All right, we're back here, the basement of the Connexus Arts Center. We're getting ready for the University of Regina Rams dinner tonight. It actually looks fantastic in the, what is it, the ballroom hall? What are we calling it?
I don't know.
It looks
got
good
a name,
in there, though.
Convention Center?
Yeah, Convention Hall. Over 400 people will be on hand. Coach of the U of R Rams joining us right now, Mark McConkey. It was like a Thursday. I was talking about this in the show earlier. It was like a Thursday thing there when you guys made that run, and it was like, all right, talk to you hopefully next Thursday. Do you still get goosebumps when you think about everything that went on?
Scheduled in to zoom in from Laurier where we were, Queens, and but yeah, no, it's again still excited about it, but again still kind of mad that we didn't 3-point short against Laval in the Mitchell Bowl, but I mean, you can look at the other side. Like, we lost to U of A in the last game, we would have won. We wouldn't have been in playoffs. So yeah, I'm just glad the way the team came together and it started to gel. But unfortunately, there's only one winner at the end, and it's the tough. You have to go against the Big Red Machine, and that's a tough team to beat.
When you went into that game, and we talked before you went into the Big Red Machine in Laval, at what point in that game was there a point that you had to pivot from the game plan and make any decisions? Because football is a lot like that, right? And just to kind of stay with them, because if I remember it correctly, you guys shut them down early. Yeah. You know, the march wasn't a back and forth shootout, but you shut them down early, and I was like, oh, that's a statement. But was there a part in that game that you had to pivot away from the game plan that you went in with?
No, not really. I mean, I thought Coach Schellinger coordinated a great job, and Josh Donnelly, who's now with the Riders, we had a good game plan going in. And I think the biggest thing is you're watching them on tape, and you're like, how good are they? How big are they? And you see them in warm-ups, and I'm like, okay, they're big, but they're just like our guys. They're maybe a little bit older, but they're just like our guys. They're still student athletes. They're still football players.
Allegedly,
yeah. And then like, yeah, we had we had 2 first downs. We punted. Our defense had a 2 and out, and then I'm like, we're good. We're good. Yeah. Like, I was like, well, if we can't move and they score, like, this is on national television, like, this could get bad. And again, I don't bet on our games, but someone told me the line of the game was like 18 or 20 points for them.
I bet on it.
So I was like, hopefully you took the Rams because we covered.
I took you guys to cover.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I think we had 20 points to go with. So
yeah.
But after that first drive, I was like, we're good. And then even at half, I think it was like 7-7. It was close. And then once we scored late, I'm like, we're good. And then obviously their quarterback experience, and they came up in the clutch there. But yeah, it was a good experience for our guys, and to get those playoff wins, and now to keep building on for next year.
I want to take you back one game before that against U of S in that Hardy Cup, and everybody, I mean, like, literally I was listening on pins and needles, listening to the game on the radio. What do you take from that experience against U of S that prepared you to play against Laval?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play U of S, it's a big game. Like week 2, week 7, and we went 1-1 in the year, and we knew it was going to be a big crowd. And actually, like, we were ready for the silent count, but we traveled well. We had that whole side behind our bench was all Rams fans, so we didn't have to use the silent count. And the boys played well, and I mean, that's a game I'm never going to forget. To win at Griffin Stadium, and then to do it in the Hardy Cup, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime you beat U of S, it doesn't matter where or what, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. No, just elevated in U of S. Like someone said, would you rather have won at home? I said, nope. I'm glad it was there.
You talked about losing a coach, and now we're in the post. They're in the getting ready for the season again and all that. Coaching staff wise, what does it look like this year?
Yeah, still working on a few of the kinks there for the offensive coordinator spot. But at the end of the day, we've had great consistency on our staff. And again, I blame Mark Mueller for stealing Josh, and I'll say that again tonight. Like, he's supposed to be a friend of mine. Like, what the stupid, like some friend he is, you know what I mean? Yeah. So now my wife's probably going to kill him more, because now I'll be in the office even more. So he's got to deal with my wife now. But yeah, other than that, everything's the same.
What about Owen? Owen, is that the boy? What's your boy's name?
Yeah, Owen. Yeah.
Hey, I thought you were bringing him today.
I did. I actually was on a kindergarten field trip this afternoon with him, and then I was like, hey, I got time to come shower, come here quick, because last year I came right to it and thought about it again. But he wants to coach too. He's our assistant receiver coach. So
nice,
perfect. And then you like hosting the Vanier Cup, but it's not like, I was thinking about it myself. It's not like when the Pats host the Memorial Cup, they get an automatic berth, right? Like there's still a long grind to get there. But when you guys are recruiting, How do you use that, or do you use it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone says. Oh, it's got to help in recruiting. I don't know if it really does.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I'm sure lots of our guys would rather go somewhere cool, like Laval or Queens, and go travel to play the game. But to have the opportunity to play a home game in the biggest game of the year for us, that would be pretty sweet. And I don't know I think it's been done before in the past with some teams, but to hold it out here in the prairies, like I think UVS hosted in like 2005. Yeah. It hasn't been in the province since. So to have that is big, but I wouldn't say it's a big recruiting tool. I think what helped us have such a good recruiting year was winning the Hardy Cup and playing in that national semi and showing the success that we do have.
You mentioned recruiting, and I'm glad you brought that up. And are you going to introduce some new recruits tonight? Will there be some of that? Will you brought on stage? We're
going to talk about it. We moved this dinner from right before spring camp to in March here. Okay. And so normally we'd have all those guys here, but now that it's in March, we're not going to do it. We're going to introduce them. We're going to have like a kickoff breakfast in fall camp before the season, and that's when we're going to introduce them.
Any special recruits we should be watching for that are coming in? Any special names you want to throw out?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots. Yeah, no, we did a great job. We had a lot of local talent here, and guys like Davin Barry, the O-lineman from Riffle, everyone wanted him. He had some looks from in the States as well, some teams talking to him. I know UBC really wanted him, and even Coach Nell, a guy that we're obviously enemies, but there's a lot of mutual respect.
NOD kid.
Yeah.
You want those.
Yeah, you want the tough. They're tough. Right? Yeah. With their white sunglasses, they're tough. Yeah, they get it. Yeah. They understand how it works, and he'll acclimatize to the South End eventually once he starts going to class, and he'll be better off in the long run. But overall, yeah, like he's a great recruit. Coach Nell called me and was like, that just shows what you're doing in the program, and you're doing good things. And I was like, Liam Platt, Marcus Crandall's kid just committed. Darius Crandall, he's a good receiver from Alberta. He's one of the top two there. So it's been a really good year for us, and we're excited for spring camp to see him. But no recruits tonight, but I'll touch a little bit on the recruiting class.
Yeah,
cool. Very cool.
That is really exciting. And then being able to keep the kids that are from here and home.
I have one more question related to bringing the Hardy Cup into the gym with President Kesham. I think he was more excited than the whole rest of the school combined.
100%. No, he is. He's the captain of the team. He's the head coach, the OC, the boss. He's our Jerry Jones. Comes in on his helicopter.
On a good side, in a good way.
He wasn't even at the game. He was flying back from like Dubai or something. He was so mad, and he like met us. He kept calling me. I drove a rental car up because we had a press conference, and I'm driving back with one of our coaches, and he's calling me every 5 minutes. Where are you guys? I'm like, we're in Davidson. Like, that's an hour away. And he's like, I'm waiting outside the locker room. And he stood there for an hour outside just waiting for us. Then we came, and the boys gave him the trophy, and they made him go out first. And he's just the support he gives us. The whole U of R athletics is next to none. And you don't have many presidents that be waiting outside for an hour for the boys. And so we let him go in. And like I said, he might have been the most excited one there. Yeah.
Good to hear.
CFL Combine in Regina. Do you go take that in? Check out some of the guys?
Yeah, absolutely. We got about, I think, 7 of our assistant coaches are helping out actually run the Combine. Like, they're helping assist the CFL coaches. Obviously, we got 3 guys in there as well. And yeah, I got a pass. So I'll be checking it out and seeing the top players in Canada.
Nice. That is very, very nice. Now, you got 3 guys at the Combine?
Yeah.
Your thoughts on them being there and how they're going to show and what that's going to look like for them?
Yeah, they've been training hard. I think they're going to show well. Some of them are really good testers. Like Delaney's a great tester. He'll run really fast. He's tall. He's long. He's a good cornerback. He was an all-star this year for us, and he'll do really well. And I know Chopper and Clausen, the O-linemen, are going to do great things as well. So I'm just excited to see them go compete. They're excited. I think all 3 of their names are going to get called on draft night. Now it's just a matter of, will they come back? Will they not? And you really never know. I mean, there's sometimes I expect to lose guys, and then they come back.
They show up.
And I'm like, awesome. And then there's other times where I'm like, oh, we'll get him back. And then he's not there. And you're like, okay. So it really depends. And honestly, that's why they're here. They're here to get an education, which they're all doing, and they're all doing well. But if they get a chance to go pro, I think they're all going to take it, which is pretty exciting.
Fantastic.
And here, the generic question here, but just, some people out there might not know just what an event like this means for the organization.
Yeah, it's massive. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's just great to see so many alumni and supporters and actually just sit down in one room and have a good meal together and just talk about the program, meet the recruits, whatever it might be. And ultimately for us, it's a huge fundraiser for us. And like, it costs a lot of money to run a football program. And then you got player scholarships on top of that, which is probably around $350,000 a year just for that. And then all the travel and all the food we feed these guys and all the equipment upkeep. And it costs a lot of money to run a football team. And this event is a huge fundraiser for us. But really for me, it's all about just connecting with the community and getting guys back engaged.
Is there one guy on the team? You don't want to single out guys. Who's the guy on the team that's like the genius, like school wise, like just scholastically and?
That's a good question. It's always an engineer. It seemed to be a DB the last couple of years. Like we had Noah Sampson, who's no longer with us, and he was like probably can't even say for privacy, but I'll say it. He'll be pumped. But like high 90s average in engineering. And we just had another player, Carter Smith, in engineering. Like incredible. Like they go in, like I go in the coach's room, they're doing engineering equations on the board, and I just look and I'm like, and then I just slowly like tiptoe back into the bushes. Don't ask me anything. Like at least our D coordinator is a chemistry teacher, and he did his chem degree, so he can help a little bit. But I just do this one. Just hopefully they didn't see me, because don't ask me.
My daughter last night at grade 6 math, and then I'm like, do I feel dense?
Yeah,
it's just everything. Well, this is great. It's nice to catch up. Awesome night, excited, and then just for the year, obviously, we're pumped.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys coming here and supporting us, and hopefully we can do our Thursdays again next year and go all the way, and we'll be at home, so it'll be even better. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys, what you guys do for sports in Saskatchewan.
Thanks, Mark.
Head coach of the U of R Rams, Mark McConkey, joining us live here. We're here for the Rams dinner live at the Connexus Arts Center. We're on the SportsCage. We're streaming at sportscage.com and, of course, on X, and home of the Regina Rams, 620 CKRM.